What's up, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're having a nice night. So, a while back, don't quite remember how long back. I'm going to say a few weeks ago, before TIFF, I was, I got an email saying, "Would you like the new a screener to the new Walter Hill movie?" And I was thinking, oh my freaking god, this is so cool. I'm I've been a Walter Hill fan for a long time. Don't I no no I the last time I think I saw one of his movies was 10 years ago, theatrically. So that was before my foray into film criticism. So it was my first time getting to review a Walter Hill movie, and I'm so stoked to do it. So I wrote the review, and I don't think you can see me on Word right now, but I'm going over to snag it, and I'm going to post it on Letterboxd and edit it if need be. So I'm going to read you my review live, and then I thought it would be fun to go over to his IMDb and talk about his other movies of his that I have seen. There are a bunch that I haven't, but I've seen a bunch too. So I'm going to go ahead and search up Dead Dead for a Dollar on Letterboxd. There we go. Directed by Walter Hill. And now I'm going to review. I'm going to punch it in. Give it 4.5 stars. Like it. Whoa! Posted. That's kind of fun, right? So here it is. Up with 3 other TIFF reviews in my highlighted reviews. And of course, my interchangeable 4 favorite movies up top right there. However, I also want to give a fat shout out to everybody who watched the Project Wolf Hunting interview. That did really well. This is a small channel and it got 2,000 likes in in 48 hours. It's nuts. It's crazy. This is really that is I did not see that coming, and I'm so happy. So thank you guys. But yeah, Dead for a Dollar. Okay. Hopefully you enjoy this. I think this is a fun review. So, as far as Westerns with Christoph Waltz go, Django Unchained is like the big present you get on Christmas Day. And the great thing about Dead for a Dollar is that it is the stocking stuffer version of that movie. I really mean that as a massive compliment to the legend himself, director Walter Hill, and the creators here. Dead for a Dollar obviously has a lower budget than Django Unchained, but the story, vibe, as well as, of course, the actors make it a memorable experience. Christoph Waltz plays Max Borland, a bounty hunter in the Old West, who is simply doing a job. He captures a woman who left her corrupt but rich husband in favor of a black man who happens to also be a war deserter. It's nothing personal here for Christoph, but this entangling relationship unfolds interestingly to, of course, plenty of shootouts. Throw in Willem Dafoe, and no one can say that this movie is insignificant. The fact that it is fun throughout doesn't hurt. Sorry, reacted to a mosquito in my crib. Whatever. Okay. Walter Hill has made some classics like The Warriors and Driver. While this movie is not in that category, it is clearly made by a master of genre, which made me quite excited in anticipation. Then my expectation was met. Of course it was. There was never any doubts, and certainly the caliber of cast just signified to you that this is a quality romp of a story. So if you want to be converted to a Western fan, you must check out Dead for a Dollar, because it does not get better than this. Oh! I like that. The stocking stuffer of Django Unchained. Django Unchained, your big Christmas present, then you get a stocking stuffer, and you get Dead for a Dollar. Come on. That's kind of fun. That's cute, right? I'm definitely the one who thought of that. Huh? I would love to play the trailer, but I would get hit hard with the copyright, and I can't have that. But, we can react to what some people are saying on Twitter. I'm not going to read full reviews. What do we got? Give me some headlines. Come on. Come on. Oh, Dead $4. Oops. It's for $8. There we go. Da-da-da-da. Yeah. I'm not seeing it. Okay. Meet the rivals behind the revolver. Some are men or mere acquaintances, while others are cutthroat enemies. Discover who you'll be rooting for in Dead for a Dollar. Ooh, alternative posters. Cool. Neat. I'm not seeing any hot takes. Ooh. But that's okay. You had my hot take. Alright, now let's go through Walter Hill's filmography. And let's see what we can say about it. So he's like produced a lot of stuff. He seems to have produced everything Alien. So I don't know what happened there. Because, he didn't direct Alien. But is he a producer? He's not a producer on the first one. So he's on like every Alien. Alien, Aliens, Alien 3. Where's Alien 4? Alien 4. Alien vs. Predator. Alien vs. Predator. Requiem, Prometheus, and Alien Covenant. So, and he produced Deadwood. That's pretty sweet. Consultant producer. And this is a Western too. So, that's one thing that I wish I prepared for and was thinking about doing, but I was just going to wing these things. I tell you what I do know. Alright, so let's go from... So yeah, I have seen Hard Times. I've seen Walter Hill's first movie with Charles Bronson. And it's fun. It's like a Depression era movie with Charles Bronson. Look at that. Charles Bronson, James Coburn. And yeah, he's like a boxer. So what does that say? Look at that poster. New Orleans, 1933. In those days, words didn't buy much. I love it. It was tough in the streets, but Bronson was tougher. Oh, you gotta love that. That sort of like phony Charles Bronson alpha male stuff. But this movie is, that's not to say Charles Bronson was a G. It's just like, a little exaggerate. That's all I'm saying. What's it say? Co-writer, director Walter Hill's debut film, Hard Times, stars legendary Charles Bronson as a laconic street fighter who joins forces in Depression-era New Orleans with a fast-talking promoter, James Coburn, and a drug-addicted cutman, Strother Martin. What does it say? Strother Martin? Okay. To make some hard-earned cash in an illegal fight game. With its clean narrative, detailed period setting, superb cinematography by Philip Lathrop, and striking action sequences. Hard Times is an exhilarating jumpstart for one of the 70s most influential filmmakers. Yeah, it's a sick movie. It's like a little basic. It's like, so it's a great start. I feel like this is nobody's favorite movie. It's not going to be your favorite Charles Bronson movie. It's not going to be your favorite Walter Hill movie. But look at that. You do have Jill Ireland in there. That's cool too. I saw her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I took a picture of it. It meant a lot to me. I'm a fan of Jill Ireland. And yeah, this movie's cool. But again, change your life in one. Okay, so, and then after that came... What came next? Oh, Jesus Christ. Go back. Okay, this isn't working. We gotta think of a new approach. Alright. Oh. The Driver. I said driver here. You gotta edit that. You gotta fact check. The Driver. So, The Driver is probably my favorite Walter Hill movie. Let's see. So, I've seen Hard Times, The Driver, Lawn Riders, Southern Comfort Suite, Red Heat, Last Man Standing. God, it's a bunch I haven't seen. And Bullet to the Head. The Assignment. What is this? Ooh, Michelle Rodriguez. I remember when that was a thing, but I didn't see that movie. So I guess I haven't seen as many as I would have liked for this stream. However, I'm keeping it real, and The Driver is like, if you like Drive, you gotta see The Driver. If you like that sort of like before it was Jean-Pierre Melville, what came after was Drive. That sort of like slick, minimal, existential, let's say, kind of, funky crime movie. Not like super quotable, but just all the vibes. That's what this is. To break the driver, the cop was willing to break the law. And yeah, Bruce Dern is the bad guy, or the cop, and then Ryan O'Neal is the criminal, and then the girl is Isabel Adina. Who don't know who it is. But yeah, this movie's sweet. Ooh, that's a cool picture. Realistically, I've probably seen this movie twice. And it's my favorite one. But that's not to say I shouldn't have seen it more times. Like I would put it on. I would show it to a friend. It sort of reminds me of a Michael Mann movie too. Maybe a little bit more, like I said, like Stranger, or existential. I don't even know if that's the right word, but a little bit more quirky, offbeat than like a movie like Thief, right? Or Manhunter. But I would say visually it is similar. Yeah, pretty adjacent to Michael Mann cinema of the 80s. But this comes before 78. I love car chases in the 70s. They're kind of weird. They're figuring out some things. Like the first big one is like the French Connection and Bullet. But I feel like this one is, at this point, is getting pretty advanced. Is that Gary Busey? Anyways. Definitely sweet images. Makes me want to watch this movie again, to be honest. Really cool stuff. Alright, I think that's enough, though. No, we're not doing this again. And then The Warriors. So, iconic movie that I thought was kind of overrated, which is like such an annoying way to put it, but I didn't see what the big deal was when I saw this for the first time. And then I think in my mind it was like a bad movie, or not, like, because it wasn't as good as what I thought it should have been, or what like a poster like this was, like how the movie would be in my head, because it didn't quite meet my expectations. I thought too less of it. And then a couple of years ago, maybe a few years ago, I don't really remember, they played it locally at the Mayfair Theatre, where I'm at in Ottawa, Ontario. And my buddy loves The Warriors, and I think I told him how I viewed it, and he thought that was nonsense, and he really wanted to go, so we wanted to see The Warriors. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I was definitely out of whack. It's not my favorite Walter Hill or movie, or like 70s movie, but it is sweet. You can't deny this movie's sweet. So look at this. These are the armies of the knights. They are 100,000 strong. They outnumber the cops 5-1. They can run New York City tonight. They are all out to get the Warriors. So that's a great poster, right? And you just gotta remember, like, New York City, crime in New York City back in this time was no joke. It was really scary. So the idea that the gangsters could just like pull a coup in the city as big as New York City. It's so scary. These are great images. Oh, what's it double bill with? Oh. Oh, okay. Different cuts. Oh. Mm. It's cool to see all this. Yeah, I want to see some stills in the movies. Yeah, they have all these different imaginative gangs. They're all really distinct, and they're really doing their thing in a heightened way. And I love the DJ as well. You like see her lips and you hear her voice, but I don't think you see her face. And she's like the voice of God in the story. And I remember there was a video game. Not sure. I don't think I ever played it though. It was a Rockstar game, so it's like the last scene. What was it? Where was it? Just here. Yeah, right here. Cool shot. Fun stuff. Okay. So that's the Warriors. So Hard Times, like good start. The Driver, amazing. This is iconic, yet I sort of throw some shade at it. Not as much as I used to, like I said. But I just use that "it's overrated" line. I've seen more movies by him than you. The Lawn Riders. This movie is definitely good to talk about in light of Dead for a Dollar. In that, like, it's like very like competently made without, or what I mean is like it's made by very talented people, but it doesn't like stand out, like is necessarily distinctively, and like Dead for a Dollar in a way, the way that one fits in. Like I was looking at, on someone's comment on YouTube, and they were saying that it's like, how did they get these like high caliber cast to do like what feels like a soap opera movie? It's like, well, I like that. I don't know, like for whatever reason, like the fact that I have lower expectations, because I know Walter Hill doesn't have like the same budgets that he used to, and you know, Christoph Waltz and Willem Dafoe probably just want to work with Walter Hill, and that's just sweet. They made Candy together. It was sweet. It was just, but this comes in a different time for Walter Hill. He's more on top of the game, or like the industry's very different for action movies. I would argue they're a lot better at this time than now. But this one fits in. It's just like, okay, in my opinion. Look at that cast though. The Carradines, David, Keith, Roberts, and then other people. Dennis Quaid and Randy Quaid. So this is like, and Christopher Guest and Nicholas Guest. You got all the siblings over here. And then poor, what is it, Stacy Keach? Oh, and James Keach. Everybody's like a relative here. I remember the Carradines being all over the place. I didn't realize there were 3 different families all over the place here. That's maybe a movie I should revisit though, because as I said, like, you know, I really enjoyed Dead for a Dollar. I wouldn't mind watching another Walter Hill again. The Driver, I know, it's like a safe bet. I don't particularly want to revisit Hard Times. Look at David Carradine. He's so crazy. When I was on the red carpet, I was on the red carpet for a movie called Butcher's Crossing at TIFF, and I posted it on Instagram during a story, so it's very likely that you didn't see it. But I did talk to Nicolas Cage, and that was sweet. And it's going to come to this channel. I'm going to make it a YouTube short in the upcoming months. I'm holding off on that bad boy. But I remember there was an actor in that movie who was also on the red carpet, and he gave me like a heavy David Carradine vibe in that Western. And Butcher's Crossing is a good movie. It's fun. So you guys have that one to look forward to too. But I just love David Carradine. Wow. He's so cool, hon. Isn't he cool? Anyways. Again, maybe like the Warriors was a little too harsh. Maybe I'll watch it on like an iPhone or something. Oh, he. And then Southern Comfort is just great. Fantastic film. Not since Deliverance is it's the land of hospitality, unless you don't belong there. Southern Comforts. Bum 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 bum. So I remember it's like a movie about these guys in the Coast Guard, and they're somewhere in the South, and they get their asses handed to them by just hostile locals who don't like the government. And so yeah, Keith Carradine, Fred Ward, Peter Coyote, Powers Booth. And it was a sweet movie. I remember showing this to friends, and they all thought it was swell. They thought it was really cool. It's a really good movie. And yeah, it's a popular movie too, like for people who like 80s movies, 80s action movies. Southern Comfort, come on, man. This is a safe bet. This is a safe bet. If you're trying to convert someone to this kind of movie, or show someone in the future a solid 80s action movie, you really can't go wrong with this one. Man, that's a great shot. Those are very interesting looking trees, huh? Definitely like the Deliverance vibe, yeah. That is such a great shot. That's so atmospheric, right? Ah! It's violent and it's mess, so it's not excessive. It's good storytelling. Lots of laughs. Or, you're not laughs, but you'll be into it, man. You'll dig it. Is that our boy right there? There's Walter Hill. Legend. Oh, he's having fun, man. Look at that. He's in his element. Oh, that's fantastic. This is a fun stream to do. It's fun to hang out with you guys and just chit chat a little bit. Oh. And so, okay. I feel like I'm gonna have to skip over a bunch. So it's like ridiculous, but I haven't seen 48 Hours, and that's like one of his movies that made the most amount of money because it's Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte as like dysfunctional cop buddies. So that's something I really ought to see. Okay. And then there were some other movies here that I hadn't seen. Streets of Fire, maybe, but I don't think so. Just don't know, man. I don't think I've seen this one. Look at that cast, though. Cool. No, I have nothing to say about this. I don't have the foggiest memory. So to me, if I saw it, it's irrelevant, really. Brewster's Millions. So this is definitely a comedy with Richard Pryor and John Candy. They had some good comedies in the 80s, man. Yeah, some good ones. Um, oh, wait, where's the direction? Okay. And then Crossroads. Didn't see it. Nope. Who's in this? People I don't know. So I'm so far at a crossroads with Crossroads. What else we got? Don't worry, I've seen all the movies, man. Extreme Prejudice. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. I think I almost saw it once. Oh, written by John Milius, the great John Milius, director of Conan the Barbarian and writer of Apocalypse Now. A Titan. Titan. Red Heat. I saw it. I saw this movie. So I think this movie's sweet. It's like it's comedy, right? Action comedy. Schwarzenegger the action, John Belushi the comedy. Side. Side. It's nothing too special. You know, killed an afternoon for me. I just like that image of the yeah, I don't know. You're not allowed to like anyone to do with Russia though these days. No, I'm kidding. Or, you know, whatever. The sentiment is kidding. I don't even know though. Could you do this? Could you make this movie? Do you think you can make this movie today? I don't think you could. I'm not kidding. It's pretty dopey. It's a dopey movie. It's pretty funny. That um, Richard Pryor one looks okay though. In 48 hours, it's just ridiculous. I haven't seen that. I think it's pretty ridiculous. I like comedies. Johnny Handsome, so another 48 hours. Look at that. Talk about 48 hours. This one looks significantly worse based on one image. But hey, maybe there's a reason why there wasn't a third one, right? So maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm right. Johnny Handsome, I skipped over that. This looks so. This doesn't look great. Alright, so at this point, I've missed a bunch, and I'm not sure if I want to go through everything. Like Tales of the Crypt, Trespass, Geronimo, Wild Bill. That's like 4 things that I haven't seen. Well, 6 things I haven't seen, but I've seen Last Man Standing. So this movie is like an interesting concept, and it's actually very entertaining. It's not amazing. It's a fun movie though. So you had Yojimbo by Akira Kurosawa, and then it was basically remade. Well, it was remade by Sergio Leone for a fistful of dollars a few years later, and then like 30 years later, you get this one. Finally, an American does it, and it's going to be Walter Hill. Of course, it's someone like Walter Hill, right? And he does this kind of cool gangster Yojimbo story with Bruce Willis, and yeah, it's fun. Is it Christopher Walken? I can't tell. I don't know what to tell you. The pictures say it all. There's a boy. Yeah, it's fun. Like, I don't know. Again, a little disposable or like transient, especially in light of even a fistful of dollars. And so, Jimbo. I shouldn't even say even a fistful of dollars. A fistful of dollars is the shit, man. And then more things I haven't seen. Didn't see Reverses of Science. No, I saw Supernova. I saw this movie. It's okay. It's okay. James Spader, natty sci-fi movie. I don't know, man. It didn't. As you can tell, it didn't make a big impression on me. I've talked to people who do like it though. It's got its fans, you know. It's got people who dig it. Is that Robert Forster? Yeah, it is 100%. You know, I like science fiction. I'm not gonna like one by default. I saw this once. I don't know. It was fine. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Huh? Reminds me of like Hellraiser Bloodlines or Jason X or Leprechaun 4. Sort of that sort of horror sci-fi vibe. Francis Ford Coppola directed it, uncredited. It's very strange. Oh, whatever. Okay. Supernova, and then Bullet to the Head. So I guess this is the only like modern, or yeah, this is the only Walter Hill movie I've seen in theaters. When it was new, I saw the Warriors in cinema at like a rep house theater, right, the Mayfair. But I saw this at a Cineplex theater, Silver City, in Gloucester, in Ottawa. That's like my childhood cinema. I've been going there since it's been there, since they built it. It's like 20 years ago. My first movie there was The Phantom Menace. You know, that's the joints. But here we go. Bullet to the Head, Stallone, axe fight in the end. Pretty stupid movie. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Saw it with a buddy. Had a couple of cigarettes or whatever before. We had fun with this one. We had fun with this one. And I remember Stallone was making a bunch of stuff at the time. The Jason Momoa. Oh, definitely. Is he the one he has to axe fight with it in the end? That's ridiculous that he would beat Jason Momoa. Whatever, who cares? I don't feel compelled to rewatch this, but it was fun, definitely. Watching it the once. Anyways. Oh, well, there he is, our boy Sly. And anyways, and then I said earlier that after this movie, he made one with Michelle Rodriguez, and I didn't see it. And then, of course, his latest movie is Dead for a Dollar. And you can read my review here on my Letterboxd. Please follow me on other social media channels. Maybe Instagram is a good place to start at. Movie Mystic 2022. Please subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on Twitter too. I am the Movie Mystic right there. It's got a link to my Instagram. And yeah, so then there's the Facebook group too. There it is, Mystic and Severe. You can request to join, and I'll happily let you in. So, I hope you had fun listening to me talk about Walter Hill. Talked about him for just over half an hour. How many of his movies did I see, though, at the end? Let's do the final count, and then I'll end the stream. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've seen 11 of his movies now. After Dead for Dollar, it's 11. So there you go, not bad. Guys, have a great night. Take care.